Hi everyone, welcome to the Peterson Wealth Services Point of View. We're rolling right along with staff interviews, but today we get the boss, Mr. Billy Peterson, and I get to interview him.
Lucky day for you, Shaun. I know you've been waiting for this.
I've got a lot of unanswered questions that I need to ask. Now we'll start off first with, tell us a little bit about your prior career. I think most of you all know that Billy was a very successful jockey, and then you somehow transitioned into the financial services industry, which is kind of a different thing. So tell us how that happened.
People don't understand that whole thing. It's a strange transition, but I guess the real answer to that is at the time I was writing, I was always studying the markets. I was always looking for investment strategies. I really got passionate about investing clear back when I was 14. I talk about that in my book, Shaun, so we can go into that in a minute. But that's kind of how I got into investing. And while I was there in the jocks room and around the barn areas, different tracks, people were always asking me questions because they started to see me doing it and talking about it. And that was just the thing that I kind of became known for. So people would come to me for investment advice. And then I was in Hollywood Park one day, and this was when I transitioned to California, and the general manager actually suggested that I go meet with someone at Paine Webber to interview for a position there. And one thing led to another. I went and interviewed. Those guys were so excited to have me there because they wanted tips for the racetrack at that. And one thing led to another, and I got my career started in 1996.
Oh, that's really cool. And then you moved back to Utah, correct?
Back to Utah. I came back home in 1999. I call this home here in Utah. I stayed with Paine Webber and then transitioned over to Smith Barney a few years later. And I felt like it was a better fit at Smith Barney. I spent 10 years of my career there.
Good.
And
so
then
you kind of started at these bigger, what we would call wirehouse firms is the term in the industry. And then in 2009, you made a big jump, moving over to an independent channel with Raymond James. Tell everyone, I guess, why you decided to do that.
Well, in 2009, as you probably remember, things were very, very volatile in the markets, in the economy. We had the whole Great Recession going on with real estate prices collapsing, banks going out of business right and left. We had the stock market at completely getting decimated, and people were wondering what to do. And I started to peel back the curtain a little bit on the firm I was with, and then a lot of people I think were doing the same, and wondering if these folks really knew what they were doing, honestly. And this is not to shame anyone, but this is just to say that I felt like, hey, I can run my business better than these guys can, and I can go service my clients and do the things that I need to be doing, I think, better than going through all the channels at a firm like that who are supposed to be overseeing whatever your advisor could or couldn't do. And I felt like I could do a better job with that. So I looked at many firms. I chose Raymond James because of their culture. I love their culture. I love their put clients first attitude. And when I met the CEO and CFO both at the same time on a due diligence trip back in St. Petersburg, Florida, I met them both. They were all both in the lunch line packing lunch trays. And I knew, hey, I love that kind of culture. I love the people who don't put themselves up on a pedestal, but they're right there with the folks who are making it all happen. And I joined in 2009 and never looked back. One of the best moves I ever made.
That's good. Yeah, and Billy started the branch in 2009, and since then you've had a lot of success, consistently recognized in the Raymond James Chairman's Council, also making the Forbes Best of State list too, so big kudos there.
And that's also kudos to the staff, so congrats.
That's good. Billy's always been a hard worker, and he's been a great leader for all of us here at the office. And along with your success, you happen to write a book along the way, right?
Well, it's been kind of a goal of mine, and so
I'll let you hold it.
It was only a year ago, I guess, we published it. Not even a year. We got this published in October of 2019, and it was really, really fun to do. I would say hard work.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot, and I wanted to put out a book that talked a little bit about my life and my experiences as a jockey and all the things I learned along the way, but also just life lessons that people might pick up on. And there's a lot in here about investing, and I think some of the mistakes people make.
Sure.
Because I know that I've seen them in my career. I've seen dozens. I even made a lot myself early in my career. And you listen to a lot of people, and you tune into the news any day of the week, and you hear these. Well, if you just call CNBC effect, you buy, you sell, you buy, you sell, and I've learned that that's really not the way to build long-term wealth. I have a lot of things in here that I'll share, and I hope you have a chance to read it. if you haven't already.
It's a great book. I'm not a huge reader, but that one I read in a short plane ride. So highly recommend picking up a copy of it. Now, we all know you're the workhorse. Mentioned that a lot, but you've got an outside life too. What do you like doing outside of the office?
Still staying active and staying busy. So I leave here a lot of times, I'm heading straight to the ball field. I coach the high school softball team. So I go right there from the frying pan into the fire. There's a lot to do with the girls, and I've coached for 4 years at the high school level. I've coached my son and his competitive level baseball team since he was 7 years old. So imagine he's 20 now almost, and
wow.
it shows you how many years have gone by and the gray hair that I'm starting to develop. And back when I was, a young advisor, I was thinking, gosh, I hope I get some gray hair soon so people will take me seriously.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
Now it's here, so I hope they are. But other than that, we do CrossFit and trail running, and I like to race horses. I'm really passionate about that. Obviously with my career in racing, you're always looking for a fast horse, and so that's a challenge in itself. So I have several broodmares, and we race some colts every year and get to go to the races and watch them run.
Good. And then family life, you got you, Heather, the kids. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the kids are all active, and like I said, sports, softball, baseball. Kate's graduated now, moving into college life, and Carly now graduated this year, so she's moving into college life. Scholarship to play softball out in Washington State. I have Kaya and Brigham and Berkeley, and they're coming up, and they're all doing their thing. So, we all stay busy. It's a different lifestyle than when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was on the farm working and learning with the horses and rodeoing. None of my kids really had that experience with horses and stuff, and I kind of blame myself, I guess, because I never got them involved in that when they were young. They were all doing other types of sports, but they're all very athletic and doing great things, and I know they're all going to be successful.
Cool. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in, learning a little bit more about Billy with both professional career and in his personal life. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.